From National Trial Attorney Michael Jaafar, figure out what he thinks about how the case is going so far. We know you are very pro-prosecution, Michael Jaafar. Do you feel that they are winding their case down? We are getting the sense that the prosecution is getting close to being done, and then everything's going to change inside of that courtroom.
Absolutely. I think the case is going, this case is completely different than the first case. I didn't believe it would be this different. I was asked before this trial started, what will be the differences between the first case and the second case? I said, all they have to do is have a better opening and better closing, and I think that the case stands for itself. I was wrong. This case is completely different from beginning to end, gavel to gavel, right? And today is an example. Today, I mean, they are so focused on forensics, on DNA, on GPS data, on the Apple Health data, on the battery, even the battery temperature. Who knew that a battery had a temperature and it was tracked in a phone, right? They're so focused on it. Hank Brennan, we now see what he said behind closed doors. We're not going to do anything from the first trial. We're not going to go into any type of conspiracy. Let them play that game. We're going to focus on forensics, DNA, GPS, and we don't have any of it. I'm not happy. I want more. And so this witness is an example. They're basically being on brand. The brand of Hank Brennan in this case is to be focused on data, details, hard evidence, not conspiracy. And we haven't seen the accident reconstructionist, which I think will be the crescendo. I think they're putting this all together. I think they're doing a fantastic job.